I was looking forward to going to Haiti for a while after the earthquake happened, after Adam was in the earthquake, after he was able to go again, and just seeing um, the opportunity to go in April during spring break, and just really wanting to do something meaningful, something different than just staying home, relaxing, because just taking that opportunity to go somewhere else, to be around different people, to affect other people's lives that really need it at this time, going through such devastation that most of us have never even seen or even experienced before. How Adam was able to get out of the earthquake, but many people were not, and many people had to live with the effects, not being able to come to someplace like the United States, not being able to escape the harsh realities afterwards, and just going into the country and just seeing just rubble everywhere, and everyone trying to dismantle what they had left, trying to rebuild, trying to move on, and still seeing destruction, still seeing houses not even trying to be taken apart, and just wondering how many people are coping with loss, and just hitting your reality, and just going past yourself, and really trying to figure out how can you make a difference, even though you don't have enough money in the world, you don't have enough food, you don't even have enough shelter to even help half the people, let alone a, like a tenth of the people there. But realizing just that small time you can spend, the small, even just a small time of just giving love, playing with the kids was one of the best things I always loved to do in different nations, and just giving them a different experience, even something small as taking pictures. I remember the one kid that affected me the most was little Sebastian, that was missing his leg, and the first night seeing him just with his crutches and knowing we had to pray for him, and then realizing a few moments later that he was missing a leg. It wasn't because anything was broken, but something was missing. And just realizing how much more hungry I am for God, to really see God do miracles, to see God move more, so much that I just want to see something grow out of just a leg grow. And you always hear stories of that happening all over the world, and wanting to see God just do something for this little boy who doesn't deserve to grow up that way. And just the next night, him not being affected by that, and just showing that he just wanted to play with us, he wanted to be around us, he just wanted to be loved, and how he just sat with us the next day. And just seeing the response from the kids, even with being able to play my violin for them, how many, even the thousands of people on Easter Day didn't even, when's the last time they were able to see that being played, or even being able to go to a concert like that, and just being able to bless through what God has given me, and just to encourage anyone that that thinks you don't have enough to give. Just the gifts that you've been given is enough to go out and go forward, and to go to different countries, even go out of your comfort zone and just go somewhere else in the States. It doesn't have to be overseas. It can be right in your backyard, to those in the inner cities, to those in the suburbs. There's so many hurting people that need your help.
So this trip had a real effect on my life. It was a great privilege to go with my father, my mother, my brother, my beautiful wife Sarah. It was great, and we could see the Lord's favor even before we went. Someone from one of Sarah's organizations that she's connected with in New Jersey for orchestra donated a $2,000 violin, and so we were able to be a blessing to someone in Haiti. And the scripture says that God will do exceedingly abundantly above what we could ask, think, according to the power that works in us. And the power working in Sarah was for her to surrender her vacation. And as she said yes to God, that made room for someone else to be a blessing to the poor, to someone who had a desire for a violin and to learn something such as violin, where they probably wouldn't have had that opportunity. And realistically, the last thing they needed is a violin. The whole nation has just been shaken by an earthquake. What they need is food. But God is above their needs. He's good, and He sees even their desires. And so, because my wife said yes to the Lord, that opened the door for someone to give, and so we were able to give a really nice violin to the people of Haiti. And there was a lot of amazing things. There was a man named G. Fennell who was not in his right mind before we came. And he literally had, I mean, he would literally smash his head against the wall. He would urinate on himself. He would beat his mother. He was totally out of his mind. And 3 days after the earthquake happened, as they were praying, he came back into his right mind. And so for me, I remember praying for this man and not seeing anything happen. But Pastor Eddie and Jordan and the team there continued to love him and to pray for him and persevere with him until they got their breakthrough, and then he came back into his right mind. So for me, that was an amazing privilege to see the fruition of something. I remember even praying for him last September, praying for him in January, praying even for him as early as this January, like right before the earthquake. And then when I went back in April, he was totally in his right mind. So that was amazing. We did 2 open-air meetings in a refugee camp. Many people came to the Lord. That was good. It was just a great privilege to be with our family. And, you know, many people say, well, I don't have a lot of money, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. But you have Jesus. And the most powerful thing you have is the gospel. And I don't think we know that. I think that we look at things through the eyes, through natural eyes, instead of through the eyes of the Lord. And I realize that the most powerful thing we have is the gospel. And so it is the power of God unto salvation. And when the gospel is received, it's the beginning of a whole new life. And those who persevere and who hear the word and retain the word and then begin to live the word out, the word has the power to change their life, to change their nation, to change their family. And so the word changed my family. And so I know the power of the word and the power of being led by the Spirit. And so we're just really grateful to be able to go to Haiti. We're going back in June. And we just invite you to come with us June 13th to the 25th. We're going to go with Impact Nations on a journey of compassion. We're going to do medical clinics, preach the gospel, heal the sick, cast out demons, and just be among the people. And so we would love to invite you to come on a journey of compassion. For more information on that trip, you can go to www.impactnations.com.